Hello, I'm Tam the TamBoTC channel, and I wanted to talk about what movies would movies that are based on video games. I know there's one movie that's already planned, and that is that Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa. And I actually think that Minecraft could work if it was, either an animated film or if they did have to do it live action, they could do it in a way, and I suggest this also with the Souls stuff too, like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, whatever, where it is just like some person exploring the world with little dialogue or to no dialogue, and like they had to use their expressions and body language and stuff to get across how they're feeling in those moments. And a lot of the storytelling would be in the environmental storytelling, which is something that Dark Souls is good with. And Minecraft is shown to do that too. You see ruined portals, villages, abandoned like temples, and then they added like that ancient city and all that stuff, and that new interesting looking portal that you can't light somehow, as well as a lot of the myths that have been built around Minecraft too. There's a lot of things you could build around Minecraft to kind of develop its world and make it a big deal in how it tells its story. But I think the way they're going to go with the fact that they're using Jason Momoa is probably going to be way more comedic. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, I might still watch it just because I do love Jason Momoa. He seems like a really fun, cool guy. He was kind of like to Chris Evans with Captain America and all that, where he made Aquaman this character that was kind of this embarrassing character that a lot of people made fun of. Even though Aquaman's not a bad character, he's actually one of the most powerful Justice League members too. Like he controls the freaking sea at his command, as well as the sea life under the sea. That it's just like and they've also built a really cool world with the Aquaman movies, with all the different creatures and stuff and lore, and that stuff has been kind of crazy too. He controls a big percentage of the Earth alone, because there's a lot of goddamn water over how much land there actually is, and he could just do a whole other like Noah's Ark situation and flood the entire Earth if he wanted to, probably. But yeah, like he made him cool again, and he made him cool in general, just like Chris Evans with Captain America. At least I don't know how other people felt with Captain America. I wasn't a big fan of Captain America originally. He was kind of corny to me, and one of the books I loved picking up was The Death of Captain America back in the day, just because I just didn't care for Captain America. He was boring to me. And there were a couple other superheroes. I remember people don't remember much or really, I guess, knew much about Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. made him a big deal. There were a couple superheroes out there that did that. And that was really cool. Same with like Ant-Man and stuff. Like Ant-Man was kind of a laughing stock or joke. Now he's a laugh because it's Paul Rudd. He had genuine good laughs. Well, I don't know about the Quantum Mania, but yeah, Paul Rudd really made that character cool too. And I think another, if there's gonna be another game, um, oh, I was gonna say Lethal Company, but because of the way the game has this multiplayer aspect and the way that audio works in that game, like if you're talking when there's one of those hounds outside, or if like you're inside and your mic is echoing, I feel like that does need some dialogue if they did something like that. So not that, but I would probably say SCP, as SCP also does kind of a world building thing similar to the other two, and it would be a lot creepier without dialogue, or with very little dialogue, of just this dude trying to survive this giant containment like facility. Um, it would be cool to see that kind of stuff. I think those are. I'm trying to think what other games would be good, and I think those are mostly what I would say stuff like the Souls games. You know, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, uh, Sekiro, probably not. Though there, then again, there is dialogue moments amongst the boss battles sometimes. So that is an interesting thing to put together, as well as other NPCs. I guess those could work, but I would at least like to see the perspective of what a Souls-like movie where there's very little dialogue throughout most of it, and it's this big, like, film of like exploration from one part of the world to the other, and the storytelling was more in the world and environment as well as in the expressions and body language of the main protagonist and such. So yeah, that would be cool. um I think that would honestly be a dream movie that I would love to make. uh is something like that. I would love to see something like that like be a thing. There's very little movies I get to see that kind of stuff. It's the same with like horror. Like I never really seen a horror film that truly scares me. Um, and it's hard to even find anything like that anymore. There's horror films I'll avoid, uh, but other than that, like not many. But yeah, I've never, and I don't even think those would honestly scare me. But it's a different reason why I wouldn't watch those, because they just would make me feel uncomfortable in a different way, in a different sense. But yeah, I would love to see something like that, even if it was like a horror. That would be cool too if they did something like that, like Dead Space. That could work. Dead Space. You know what? Now that I think about it, since Dead Space 1 didn't have much dialogue until they, well, it does have a lot of dialogue, but not the main character. But that would be a cool one to see, like, be a completely, mostly silent kind of no talking movie using the world for its storytelling and such. Though the main character is wearing a helmet most of the time, so. But you could have these moments of where the character gets into a safe environment, or environment they know they're going to be safe in, and they can take their helmet off once in a while and check something, like maybe they're on a computer or something, or getting, that there's that one segment where they're trying to get that formula together, and they could compile that, or whatever the frick that was. I can't remember exactly once again. But yeah, there's moments where they could take off their helmet and they could express themselves, maybe watch the Nicole video, and you could see the expressions on their faces. And that could help to build up to that final like plot twist moment too, where they could watch that video, only part of that video each time. It could start with watching a small portion of the video at the start, and then as it progresses, a little bit more of the video each time. They just go from where they've last finished off before something distracts them or gets in the way of finishing it, and they put their helmet back on. I don't know. There could be something interesting they could do with that until it finally gets to the end and they ask Isaac Clarke to finish watching the video. But yeah, there could be something interesting to do with that too. That would be in a similar vein. I think that's all I have to talk about with that. I can't really think of anything else, and I know as I talk, I probably do think of other things. But yeah, I think I should stop there. Don't want the video to be too long. And I hope you found something interesting from this. And I will see you next time. What's your dream movie? You have an awesome day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you did find something interesting or something you enjoyed from just what was said. This is more of a audio kind of video rather than a visual video, where my visual videos are me playing and, doing typical game stuff I do, which also has me talking and stuff and goofing around. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope you found something intriguing or interesting from this. And what's your perspective on these? How would you do the movies of these games? I'll see you next time. Bye.